Greetings everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn one of the most powerful tools in Microsoft Excel, the pivot tables. These allow you to customize, analyze and export large amounts of data quickly and accurately without writing complex formulas. By the end of this video, you will confidently create and analyze pivot tables for your reports, exams and real-world data analysis. Now, given this information down here, you have the years, the quarter, the date, the manager, their age, then you have the products down here, the country, the revenue, and then the expenses. Yes. Now, having this kind of table, you click into your data, then you come to the table design, then you for data validation, okay, for your validation down here, you can select the style here, any style that you feel like your table to look like, okay, something of the kind. Now from here we move ahead to look at how to a few features in the pivot tables. You come to the insert tab, then you come to pivot tables down here. Yes, now from here we shall now come to say, okay, here we have a new sheet. Yes, you can still rename this sheet, okay, you can rename it according to what you really feel like. Now we are going to have a few features, important features in the pivot table. Of course, this is a feature that is very important for customizing large data sets. We calculate the totals, the averages, the accounts. Of course, shall try to compare up data easily, generate professional reports in just seconds. Now, for this, instead of manually calculating the values, the pivot table just lets you drag and drop fields to instantly recognize your data. Now, from here, we can try up something. Okay, yes, you can try to have the revenue down here. Okay, you can have the revenue down here, and of course, you try to have the country. Now, one of the features we are going to look at here. We are going to look at sorting first, okay, custom sorting. Yes, very important feature, custom sorting. Now, how do we sort? Given this information here, let's first try to have like this. We have these commas here, okay. We can sort up this information. Yes, we can sort it out. How do we make that? Simply, you can just click at this, then you come to this sorting A to Z, okay, something of the kind. From there, yes, still you can come to SZ to A, something of the kind. If you don't do that, use that way of sorting, let's try to use the custom sorting. So how do you do that? Okay, simply we come to file down here. From file we come to options, okay. From options we come and look at the advanced, okay. From advanced we try to move down, okay. Moving down we come to edit custom lists, okay. From here, yes, from editing them, of course we happen to have this empty list, okay. We shall now import it, okay. From here we come and highlight our states, okay. From here then we click OK. Now from clicking OK there, we continue to click OK, okay, so that it can simply apply. That is custom sorting, okay. That's how we run it out. Now with that, we can move along, and now maybe we would love to have percentages, okay. We may have the percentages of this of our revenue, okay. For example, we have been told to convert this into percentage, okay. So what we shall do from here, we shall simply right click at it, okay. When you right click at it, you simply come to show the values, okay. When you show the values down here, you come to the grand total. Yes, it is going to be in percentages. Yes, now with that, we can still love to have the data bars, okay, onto our information. Now this information is already in percentages, okay. Now another important feature is the data bars, okay. How do we have that? You simply come to the conditional formatting here, okay, then look at the data bars down here. So you can choose any bar that looks beautiful as you are. Now from there, we have already try to put that. Then you simply we ensure that we all have, okay, all sales, okay, showing sum of revenue, values for the country. We make it all, okay. So we happen to have something of the kind, okay. We have bars along all our revenue for the states, okay, for all the countries. Now look at the maybe you would love to have our bars without the percentage, okay. How do we do that without the percentage? Simply we move back to the condition formatting, okay. When we come back to the condition formatting, this time round we definitely move down to manage rules, okay. Looking at the manage rules down here, we try to edit this. We are editing. Now what are we editing? We look at show bars only, okay. We come to show bars only, and then we click at OK. So when I click OK, I definitely I either click apply or I say OK. Have you seen? Now we have only the bars, okay. We have only the bars. Now another important feature, of course, if you like having another color, you can still go back here and then you make it up, okay. Now moving on, maybe looking at the moment of maybe the scroll down, okay. Scroll down. Now with this the scroll down, maybe looking at the country like Spain, France, maybe we love to have only that particular country, okay. How do we get that? Simply we come back to this, okay. Now maybe we want to look at the Spain. How do we make that? You shall simply click at it, okay, and then this ribbon, you are trying to scroll down. We look at what do you want. They want the manager. We're looking at the country, okay, something of the kind. Then we look at it. So everything will be down here, okay. Simply with that, we come to the data set, okay. Now you look at the Spain here. So when you click at Spain, the country here, okay, it is given down. You come here and look. We are trying to look at only the Spain. So meaning that we shall eliminate the rest of the sets. So I will click OK, and I'm given only the Spain, okay. Yes, something of the kind. Now with that, we get back to our data set here. So we shall try to move it down. Looking at this, everything is okay here, okay. Now let's try to look at another feature here. Maybe we'd love to see and have the best managers into this, okay. So the best managers, we shall have the managers, and then looking at the revenue, okay. We look at the revenue. So we have something of the kind, okay. These are figures. Let's try to have the comma into them, something of the kind. With it, okay. Now here we are looking at the custom filter, okay. How do we make this up? Now how do we filter this? We simply we shall right click onto this, then we come to filter, okay. Yes, we look at the filter. How do we make it up? Because we happen to have so many, okay. We can filter them. Maybe we look at the best 10, okay. Maybe we are looking at the best 10. I said we are looking at the filter feature. We look at the filter. Then you come to top 10, okay. So when you come to the top 10, then this menu will definitely pop up, okay. And we are filtering this maybe to the top 5, okay. We look at the top 5, the best top 5 roundup managers, and we happen to have them, okay. So that's how we use the custom filter with that, okay. Now moving on with that, we can look at another important feature of the silicas, okay. How do we make that up? Simply we come back to the pivot table, analyze, okay. Then we come to the insert silica here. We can insert it, and here we are looking maybe at the beverages, okay. The beverages, the best beverages for the managers. We come to the product, okay. We come to the product, and then we click at that. So these are the products that these managers are producing. So when I click at Coca-Cola, everything changes the side if you try to look at it. When I go further to click at the Fanta, still it will change up from here. So that's how it really runs out, okay? That's how it runs up. Now that's how we add the silicas from that. Still we can add another silica maybe for the edge. We can still make up for the edge simply. We can come and look at the edge from here. Yes, you can add up the edge. So how do you add that? You can simply come at the inside the silica here, then you come and click at edge, then you shall have their edges from this side. However, this looks so not all that good. Okay, so how can we make that? Simply we can look at the timeline. Okay, that's another important feature that you can look at. We come to insert the timeline here. Okay, yes, then look at the date from here. We insert the date and we are using this. So simply from here we can change the from the month, maybe you run it with the years, something of the kind. So everything will be there. Everything will be there and will be showcased so well. Yes. So this can be moved either into the quarters, maybe into the days, something of the kind. Yes. Now with that, that's how we use the days. The date with the silicas, okay, it moves along in that particular. Now, let's try to adjust this, okay. Now, moving this, let's try to group up this edge, okay, of these managers here. So, what really happens? Let's first try to eliminate this, then I show you how it really works out, okay. And this is, it will work in this format. With that, let's try to leave this out. Then we're looking at the edge, okay, another of bringing out the edge. We bring down the edge and then we look at the revenue as well. So we are trying to look at the revenue. Yes, the revenue. Now we happen to have something of the kind, okay. We can group up this, okay. We can group up this maybe from 20 to 29, 30 to 39, because we have a variety of it. So simply now with this we are trying to customize the grouping, okay. Yes, we shall now right click at it, we come to group, okay. When you come to group, now it is starting from what you give it the range, okay. We shall give it from 20, okay. It will run up from 20. Yes, because the last edge we have in the category is 59, okay, and it is going to be grouping by 10. Now we click OK, and you see we have an age bracket of 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, something of the kind. And now with this, okay, let's try to put it back into the years, okay. And from here, now let us insert our timeline, okay. We are using the date. This is another silica here, okay, given to this, okay. It has that particular grouping, okay. It has that particular grouping. Now moving on with that, yes, moving on with that, let's try to insert it. We are looking at the edge. Yes, now this is the grouping, okay. It is running from 20 to 29, 30 to 39, something of the kind. Yes, that's how it will really look like. Yes, that's the edge grouping, okay, the custom grouping for the edge, okay. Now we can look at another important feature, the custom categories, okay. Now these custom categories, of course, let's try to now leave this out, okay. Now the custom grouping here, this custom categories, maybe we would love now to look at maybe the drinks here and the categories. So simply what we shall do, let's have the state, okay. Let's have the country down here, and we shall look at the product, okay. Looking at the product, we shall have the product, We shall have the product, then we look at the expenses, and of course the revenue. We shall have the expenses and the revenue. Okay, yes, we shall have the revenue and then the expenses. This is something of the kind. Now with this, we are trying to sort out, okay, yes, accordingly. So what we shall do, how do we sort this out? Okay, we simply, now within, now we have the sodas and we have the water. Okay, how do we sort out this? Okay, now what we do, now we simply select up this the sodas. This is a soda, this is another soda. Now we're trying to group out this, so we group this. Now we have the sodas only, and we're saying this is soda, this is the soda. Okay, because when you look at the products, okay, we have the sodas and we have also the water and other beverages. So we are sorting it out. Okay, now we again look at this. Okay, yes, we also try to sort out this. We group this, we are grouping, and so we shall rename up this to nani soda. Okay, these are nani, this is nani soda, something of the kind. Yes, now we happen to have the sodas and the nani sodas. Now from here, that's how we can try to custom the categories. Yes, we simply we saw how we have done it. That's how we make it up. And another important feature that you can definitely look at as we wind up with our session is the report filter pages. How do you run at that? Simply, we have it here. Okay, you can try to select up from here. We look at a variety of the countries. Maybe we want to look at the USA. Okay, things are changing out. Now observe, if we try to look at another state, maybe you're looking at Italy from here, we click at it, and of course things are indeed changing out. Okay, now how can we filter up pages? Okay, how do you run up that? Simply, with this, we come back to the pivot analyze. Okay, and we're trying to filter up these pages here. We simply come to the options here. Okay, then we come to show report filter pages. Okay, yes, you come to show the report filter pages. Then we are looking at the countries. Okay, now from here we simply come and click OK, and we will definitely try to filter up country by country. And with this, we in USA. We simply come and choose another state. We look at Germany from here, and then we are having what the best sold out to beverage from that particular state. And of course, they are dealing with the sodas. Okay, their consumption is the sodas. Okay, only the sodas, and this is the revenue. Okay, and the expenses onto that. And then you can try France. Lastly, you can try at France, and indeed France consumes the Fanta and also the sunny water. Okay, the revenues here, the expenses there. And let's try out the Spain as well. And Spain also consumes Coca-Cola. Okay, and this powdered. Okay, something of the kind. The revenues there and the expenses there. So with that, that's how, because we are trying to have this report filter pages. Okay, you can select up with that, or when you look down here, we can still have it down here. Okay, we have the Spain here. We have for Germany. Of course, when I click down onto this page, everything is as well up here. When I look at France, everything is changing up. We have the Germany, we go the France, and the USA. Yes. Now, with that information, if you haven't subscribed onto our channel, kindly go ahead to subscribe for more related videos. Yes, those are a few important pivot features that will really run that up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. Continue to subscribe onto our channel, like, share, comment. We meet again in the next coming video. Kindly stay blessed.